He's back. Mike Eppel, he is back with us this morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I had to recuperate from the debate.
Is that why you took the time off? I think we all needed that day off then. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing.
It was interesting on multiple levels. Not entirely surprising, quite frankly.
Yeah, actually, but to see it all play out though, that was
Yeah, it was all of the talk about it being chaotic, and they were talking over each other, and that's what you hate to see in any type of a debate where you can't seem to get a word in edgewise, and the moderator kind of loses control of it, and then it just gets into name calling and all sorts of things. It was a mess. Let's face it.
It was a total mess.
The interesting thing though was the market performance yesterday, Melanie, because the Dow Jones was up 300 points. You think, my goodness, that was a disaster, and then investors kind of go, okay, the real wild card is a contested election result.
Sure.
It's not about necessarily the preamble, it's about what is going to happen post November 3rd. And that might be a game change, although a lot of analysts are saying, you look at when they could actually put a complete sentence together, the U.S. president or Joe Biden, when they were talking about actual policy, and there wasn't much of that.
No.
But Biden was backing away from the idea of the Green New Deal and other things that could be an economic mover. It's not all that much different.
Okay.
Not all that much different.
That makes sense. I do want to talk to you about COVID testing here, and we're talking about what's happening in the pharmacies, and also we just had that in our news pack about the rapid testing, which will be coming in the coming weeks. So movement on that, and we're looking at dollar figures too.
Yeah, Richard Southern got some information from the government and insiders about the cost of doing it at the pharmacies, which works out to $42 per patient. At the government-run clinics, it's about $47. It's a little bit of a price difference. Then you have to factor in the actual how they get the results, the extra cost of doing that. But you look at it at a total cost and going by 35,000 tests per day or thereabouts, that's $1.5 million every day that the province is spending on COVID testing. And then you've got this Abbott Labs rapid test. This could be a game changer if they can get this, an accurate result within 15 minutes. How does that change things from a work standpoint? You can get employees into the office that much quicker if you don't have to wait 3 or 4 or 5 days, for an actual result from one of the under the current scenario.
But correct me if I'm wrong, though. Let's say you get a positive from that rapid result. It still does need to go to the lab anyway to get a confirmation.
But what I'm saying is, if there's a negative, then are you free and clear to go back to the office? Do you just have a head cold, perhaps?
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
And, a lot of parents are dealing with this right now with the kids who are having one runny nose and they can't go back to school, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the ripple effect on the economy, where you've got all of a sudden people have to take a day off because their kid can't go to school because you don't know whether or not they've just got, again, a head cold, regular flu, COVID, what have you, and it just spirals upon itself and costs more and more and more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll watch that. I'm looking at the calendar right now. Today is October the 1st, and it's a day that a lot of people will dread. I know. One, where did that go? Two, a lot of people are dreading this day because rent is due.
Yeah. And this, again, when are businesses going to be fully reopened? We're talking about the restaurant industry, looking at restrictions and not anywhere near full capacity. Various government programs. Yes, they're there. How difficult are they to actually continue to get access to the rent relief program? Again, that is on the, puts the onus on the landlord to apply, not the business that's actually paying the rent to filter that through. And there's always been this question, should it go directly to the company that is renting from the landlord as opposed to this back-ended sort of way? It's, the challenges here are enormous.
Absolutely. We have run out of time, Mike. Easy for me to say, but because we teased it to break, can you just give us a quick synopsis of what's happening with the layoffs in the airline industry?
The airlines in the States have been pushing for a bailout. They didn't get it. Today was their deadline. So guess what? They're cutting jobs. Furloughs at American and United to the tune of 32,000 employees. They say that if there is some movement on a bailout or some financial assistance, and they're looking for something like $25 billion, they may recall these workers. Will they necessarily be working? Likely not. You go to the airport and you see the flights. It's a shadow of its former self.
It's empty, Mike. All right. Well, good to have you back, my friend.
All right.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.